One screen, 3 words. Lock to owner. That's all it takes to turn your iPhone into a device you can't use. If you're running iOS 26.5.2 and don't know what to do next, stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 8 different recovery options and help you figure out which one fits your situation. Before we begin, this video is intended only for people trying to regain access to devices they own or are authorized to use. Solution 1. Unlock with passcode. One of the quickest official solutions is unlock with passcode. If this option appears on the activation lock screen, tap it and enter the device passcode that was used before the iPhone, iPad, or Apple Watch was erased. If the passcode is accepted, Apple will verify the device and allow you to continue the setup process without entering the Apple ID password. Keep in mind that unlock with passcode is only available under specific conditions. If you don't see this option, it simply means your device isn't eligible for it, so you'll need to try another recovery method. Solution 2. Check your Apple ID and Passwords app. If you own the device but can't remember your Apple ID password, first check whether it's already saved on one of your trusted Apple devices. Open the Passwords app on your iPhone, iPad, or Mac and search for your Apple ID. Many users discovered that their password was saved automatically and simply forgot it over time. To reduce the chances of getting locked out again, use a strong password, keep your trusted phone number and recovery information up to date, and enable two-factor authentication. These simple precautions make recovering your account much easier in the future. Solution 3. Remove the device from Find My. If you purchased the iPhone secondhand and can contact the previous owner, this is one of Apple's official solutions. Ask the previous owner to sign into iCloud.com using the Apple ID currently linked to the device. From Find Devices, they should select the iPhone and choose Remove from Account. After the device is removed, restart it if necessary and connect to Wi-Fi. During setup, Apple's activation server should recognize that the device is no longer associated with the previous owner's Apple ID, allowing you to continue activation. Solution 4. Recover your Apple ID through I Forgot. If you've forgotten your Apple ID password and don't have access to a trusted device, Apple offers an official account recovery process. Visit Apple's account recovery page and enter your Apple ID email address. After verifying your identity, follow the on-screen instructions. Depending on your account's security settings, Apple may ask you to verify a trusted phone number, approve a trusted device, enter verification codes, or complete an account recovery waiting period. Although recovery can take anywhere from a few hours to several days, it's Apple's official method for restoring access to your account. Solution 5. Contact Apple support. If none of the previous methods work and you are the legitimate owner of the device, your next step is to contact Apple support. Apple may ask you to provide proof of ownership, such as the original purchase receipt or an invoice from Apple or an authorized reseller. If your documentation meets Apple's requirements, they may be able to assist with removing activation lock. Approval is not automatic and depends on Apple's verification process. If your ownership is confirmed, this is an official resolution that restores access without relying on unofficial methods. Solution 6. DNS temporary access. During the setup process, go to Wi-Fi settings, open DNS configuration, and enter a compatible DNS server for your region. If successful, you may gain access to limited web-based features such as browsing, media playback, or informational tools. DNS setup tricks do not permanently remove activation lock, but in some situations they can provide temporary limited access to basic functions. Again, this is not a full unlock solution, only temporary limited access. Solution 7. IBF tool. Many users try 3U tools that require firmware flashing, driver installations, or advanced technical steps. But another easy approach people talk about is the IBF tool. You install it on your computer, connect your iPhone, select the correct model and iOS version, and then follow the instructions shown on the screen. It's designed to simplify the process and guide users through a cleaner recovery workflow for supported devices and iOS versions. The process is built to move the device into a clean setup state so you can continue using it again. It supports iPhones, iPads, and even Apple Watch. Once the process is complete, you can go through the setup again, just like you would with a new device, and move forward normally. As always, only use tools and methods on devices you legally own or authorized to repair. As you can see, the device is running iOS 26.5.2 and everything is functioning as expected, including calls. Solution 8. IMEI services. Some online services allow you to submit an IMEI or serial number to check whether a device qualifies for specific support or recovery options. Before using any provider, research its reputation carefully. Be cautious of websites that promise guaranteed results, instant activation lock removal, or claims that sound too good to be true. Reputable services are generally transparent about eligibility requirements, pricing, expected timelines, and any ownership verification they require. As you've seen, there isn't a single solution that applies to every activation lock situation. The right approach depends on why the device is locked and whether you have access to the associated Apple account or proof of ownership. Whenever possible, start with Apple's official recovery methods, as they're the safest and most reliable. If additional assistance is needed, evaluate other options carefully and make sure they're appropriate for your specific circumstances. If you found this video helpful, consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and sharing your experience in the comments. Let me know which official recovery method worked for you or what questions you still have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.